Good morning and welcome to my class. I'm Ms. Vandana Gupta, Assistant Professor of Mathematics. Today we are going to solve some problems on normal distribution. So let us take one problem. If x follows normal distribution, with mean equal to 150 and standard deviation equal to 40. Find first probability of x less than or equal to 166. Second, probability of x less than or equal to greater than or equal to 121. Greater than or equal to 121, 126. And third, probability of x greater than or equal to 178. And fourth, probability that x is between 121 and 130. So let us do these problems. So what is given to you in this question? That x follows a normal distribution. Mean is given to you as 150 and standard deviation is given to you as 40. So let us write down what is given to you. Mean is equal to 150 and mean means mu. Mu is 150. What is given to you? Mean, which we denote by mu, that is equal to 150, and standard deviation, which we denote by sigma, it is given to you as 40. And what you have to find out, let us take the first one. You have to find out probability of x less than or equal to 166. This is what is our first one, right? So as you know that in normal distribution, we convert the variate x into the standard normal variate. By what transformation? Z equal to x minus mu upon sigma. So what we do, we convert x into standard normal variate z by what transformation? Z equal to x minus mu upon sigma. Okay, that is x minus mu is 150 and sigma is 40. So let us make that transformation here. So this is equal to probability of x minus mu upon sigma less than or equal to 166 minus, I'm just putting the value of mu and sigma, 150 upon 40. So we have converted x into z. X minus mu upon sigma is your z. 166 minus 150 divided by 40. Find out that. So it will be 166 minus 150 divided by 40. It is 0.4. So we have converted x into z. Why we convert this? Because we are only having the tables available only for standard normal variate. In the table, you are having the areas from z equal to 0 to any positive number is given to you in the table. So let us see. Now let us draw the normal curve. So this is the normal curve. We want the area under the normal curve for which z is less than or equal to 0.4. Okay, so this is z equal to 0. Okay, mean for the standard normal variate is 0. Otherwise, the curve is symmetric about the mean. For the standard normal variate, mean is 0. So 0.4 will be where z equal to 0 is here. So 0.4 will be somewhere to the right side here. Okay. So 0.4, you can say it is somewhere to the right side. Okay. Now we want the area under the normal curve from z equal to for which z is less than or equal to 0.4. So let us see what is this area. So this is equal to what area we want? Z less than or equal to 0.4. So we want all this area less than or equal to 0.4. This area we want. So this is equal to area under the normal curve, under the normal curve for z less than or equal to 0.4. Now see, in the table you will be given the area from 0 to 0.4. Okay. So as you know that z equal to 0 is the line of symmetry. Therefore, the area to the left side of z equal to 0 is 0.5. See, because this is the line of symmetry, this one. So this area to the left side of z equal to 0, this area is 0.5. Okay. Because the entire area under the normal curve is 1 and this is the line of symmetry. So the area to the left side of z equal to 0 line and area to the right side both are equal to 0.5. So we know this much area. So if you can find out the area between 0 and 0.4, then you will get this entire area to the left side of z equal to 0 less than or equal to 0.4. So this area we can write down as, so we can write this area, if we can split up into two parts, which is equal to we can write it as area to the left side of z equal to 0 plus area between z equal to 0 and z equal to 0.4. Okay. Z equal to 0. So this area I can split up into two parts. See here. What I want is area under the normal curve for z less than or equal to 0. That means I want this entire area, z less than or equal to 0.4. So that is equal to area to the left side of z equal to 0. And if you add area between z equal to 0 and z equal to 0.4. So that area you can read from the table or it will also be given to you in exam. 0. So this area to the left side is 0.5 plus area between z equal to 0 and z equal to 0.4. It is given in the table. So let me just read from the table. Z equal to 0 and 0.4. This area is 0.1554. 1554. 1554. So you have to add these two. So you will get the answer 0.6554. So the answer is 0.6554. So therefore the probability that x is less than or equal to 166 is 0.6554. So this is how you have to make use of the normal table. So in the normal table, remember that the areas are available only from z equal to 0 to any positive number to the right side. Okay, that is what is given to you in the table. And in exam, these values will be given to you. Okay. Now let us go to the next problem. The second one, probability of x greater than or equal to 126. probability of x greater than or equal to 126. So as before, we are going to convert this x into z by the transformation x minus mu upon sigma. Greater than or equal to 126 minus mu is 150 and sigma is 40. Same what we have done in the previous problem. So this is equal to probability of z x minus mu upon sigma is z greater than or equal to 125 minus 150 upon 40. Find out that 126 minus 150 divided by 40. That gives you minus 0.6. Minus 0.6. Okay. Now what you have to do, you have to find out, to find the probability of this, you have to see the normal curve and see which area you will require. So this is actually nothing but the area under the normal curve for z greater than or equal to area under the normal curve for z greater than or equal to minus 0.6. Let us draw the normal curve. So this is z equal to 0. So where will be minus 0.6? Definitely to the left side. So somewhere here you will be having minus 0.6. What you want? Area under the normal curve for z greater than or equal to minus 0.6. So that means what area you want? This entire area. Greater means right side. If entire area you want. But as you know that z equal to 0 is the line of symmetry. This is the line of symmetry, this line, and therefore the area to the right side of this, it is 0.5. Okay, so if you can find out the area between z equal to 0 and minus 0.6, then you will add that and you will get the answer. Okay, so in the normal table you will be given the area from z equal to between z equal to 0 and plus 0.6, not minus. But because of the symmetry, the area between z equal to 0 and minus 0.6 will be same as area between z equal to 0 and plus 0.6. Okay, so this is equal to area to the right side of z equal to 0, means this area which I have marked with green color, plus area between z equal to 0 and z equal to minus 0.6. But in the table you will not get the area from z equal to 0 to minus 0.6. You will get from z equal to 0 to plus 0.6. But these two areas will be same. A area and this area will be same because of the line of symmetry. So which is same as plus 0.6. So I'm writing here, and this is 0.5, and between 0 and the area between 0 and 0.6, that you can find out from the table. So between 0 and 0.6, the area is 0.2257. So this is 0.2257. So when you add them, what you will get? 0.7257. 0.5 plus between 0 and 0.6, the area is 0.2257. 0.2. Okay. So this will be 0.5 minus 0.2257. plus. So it will be 0.7257. So this is the answer. Okay. Now let us see the next one. So the next problem is find the probability of x greater than or equal to 178. I think. Let me just check. X greater than or equal to 178. 178. Okay. So what will be that? Again, you will convert this x into z by the transformation x minus mu upon sigma greater than or equal to 178 minus mu is 150 mean and standard deviation is 40. Okay. So this will give you probability of z greater than or equal to what is 178 minus 150. 178 minus 150 divided by 40. So that will give you 0.7. Okay. 178 minus 150 divided by 40. So that is 0.7. So now what you want, this is equal to this area under the normal curve for z greater than or equal to 0.7. Now draw the curve. So you know that if it's z equal to 0, so 0.7 will be to the right side. So which area we want? We want the area to the right side of z equal to, so this which I have denoted by this shaded lines. This area we want from z equal to 0.7 onwards, greater than or equal. Okay, how will you get this area? Look at again the same thing. The z equal to 0, this is the line of symmetry. So the entire area to the right side of z equal to 0 is 0.5. So from this entire area, if I subtract the area from z equal to 0 and 0.7, then I will get the required area. So that can be written as the equal to area to the right side of z equal to 0 minus area between z equal to 0 and z equal to 0.7. See here, try to understand this. See here, this line is the line, this line is the line of symmetry. So this entire area is 0.5. So from this 0.5, if I subtract, the area between 0 and 0.7, that means this much area between 0 and 0.7. If this much area, if I subtract, then I will get the required area for z greater than or equal to 0.7. So this is what I'm doing here. Okay. So area to the right side of z equal to 0 is 0.5. From this area, entire area, I will subtract the area between z equal to 0 and 0.7. So let me just find out what is that area. So area between z equal to 0 and 0.7, it is 0.2580. 2580, correct. 0.2580. Now subtract this from 0.5, so you will get the required area. So that is 0.5 minus 0.2580. So the answer is 0.24. Okay. So the probability that x is greater than or equal to 178, it is given by 0.24. Okay. Now the last one. So you must be able to visualize this, which area we want. Fourth one. Find out the probability that x is between 121 and 130. Fourth one, probability that X is between 121 and 130. Okay. So as usual, we are going to convert the X into mu. So it is X minus, 121. Put the value of mu and sigma. So this is equal to probability of 121 minus mu is how much? 150. No? Mu is 150 and sigma is 40. So 121 minus 150 upon 40 less than or equal to X minus mu upon sigma less than or equal to 130 minus 150 divided by 40. So what I have done, I have simply put the value of mean and standard deviation. So 121 minus 150 divided by 40. How much it will be? 121 minus 150 divided by 40. So that gives me minus 0.725. So this is minus 0.725. So I can write down 73 minus 0.73. Less than or equal to Z, less than or equal to 130 minus 150 divided by 40. So that gives me minus 0.5. So 121 minus 150 divided by 40. This is minus 0.725. So I've written 73. 130 minus 150 divided by 40. That is equal to minus 0.5. Now what I want is, I want area between Z equal to minus 0.73 and area between Z equal to minus 0.73 and Z equal to minus 0.5. Look at where they will be. Draw the normal curve. So this is Z equal to 0. Z equal to minus 0.5 will be somewhere here. Minus 0.5. And minus 0.73 will be somewhere here. So which area we want? We want this area. Okay. How will you get this area? Area between Z equal to 0 and minus 0.73. From this area, if you subtract, look at this, what I'm saying. Say, the area between Z equal to 0 and Z equal to minus 0.73, this green color. From this entire area, if you subtract, say, if you subtract the area between 0 and minus 0. This which I am denoting by, I'm like showing you with the blue color. So if you subtract that, then you will get the area between minus 0.73 and minus 0.5. See, we want the area between Z equal to minus 0.73 and minus 0.5. But we are having the areas available in the table only from Z equal to 0 to a positive number. Okay, but this negative number, the area between 0 and the negative number will be same as area between Z equal to 0 and that positive number because of the symmetry. So area between Z equal to 0 and minus 0.73, which I am denoting by green. From that area, if I subtract the area between 0 and minus 0.5, I will get the area between Z equal to minus 0.73 and Z equal to minus 0.5. So let me write down that. Okay, so this is equal to, see, such type of problems definitely will come in exam, even though it is objective type. Multiple choice hone pe bhi such type of problem will come. So you have to practice. That's the reason I took today's lecture. So it is area between Z equal to 0 and Z equal to 0.73. I'm not taking minus here because the area will be same. Minus area between Z equal to 0 and Z equal to 0.5. So these areas are available with you in the table. Okay, so what is the area between Z equal to 0 and 0.73? 0.73. It is 0.2673. This area is 0.2673 and between 0 and 0.5 it is 0.1916. 0.1916. 207. 67. Correct. Now find out this. So 0.2673 minus 0.1916. That is equal to 0.0757. So the probability that X is between 121 and 130, it is 0.0757. Correct. Okay. So I have taken all possible type of problems. Okay. Only thing is that you should be able to locate which area we want. Okay. Either you will have to add 0.5 or you will have to subtract or this way. Okay. So I think enough problems I have taken. One small problem I would like to give you for the homework. Okay. So you may do that problem at home. So let us write down the question. So this is the homework problem, or you may call it as a tutorial or homework, whatever, practice problem. You have to do this. So homework. Write down. If the weight of 1,000 soldiers weight of 1,000 soldiers in a regiment is normally distributed with mean equal to 72 kgs and standard deviation equal to 5 kgs. So you are given the value of mean and standard deviation. Find the probability that a soldier is having weight between 70 and 70 kg, 77 kgs. So if the weight of 1,000 soldiers in a regiment is normally distributed with mean equal to 72 kilograms and standard deviation is 5 kilograms, find the probability that a soldier is having weight between 72 and 77 kgs. Also find the percentage of soldiers with weights is how many percentage of soldiers are having weight between 70 and 77. So, and you are given here, you will be given the areas. Without that, you will not be able to find out. So you are given that area between z equal to 0 and z equal to 1. This is given to you as 0.3413. 0.3413. Area between z equal to 0 and z equal to 1, and area between z equal to 0 and z equal to 0.4. This is also given to you. So these two areas you will require here. 0.1554. 0.1554. Okay. So write down this question, take the screenshot of this. If the weights of 1000 soldiers, 10,000 soldiers in a regiment is normally distributed with mean equal to, mean is 72, standard deviation is 5. Find the probability that a soldier is having weight between 70 and 77. After you have found out the probability, find the percentage of soldiers with weight 70 and 77. And you are given that area between z equal to 0 and z equal to 1 is 0.3413, and between z equal to 0 and z equal to 0.4 is 0.1555. Please take the screenshot of this. And how to do it? I'm giving you the hint here. What you have to do, let us call x as the weight of the soldier. So x weight is normally distributed. You are given that. Weight is normally distributed. So you want to find out the probability that x is between 70 and 77. Do that. So what you will do, I'm giving you the hint here. So what is the hint? You have to find out the probability that x is between 70 and 77. ये आपको find out करना, ठीक है? Convert this into z. 70 minus 72. Mu is 72 and standard deviation. If mean, if is the value of mu is 72. And standard deviation, that is sigma is 5. Okay. So 70 minus 72 upon 5, and here also 77 minus 72 upon 5. Then from the normal curve, find out which area is required. And these are the things given to you. After you have calculated the probability, how to find out the percentage of soldiers having that weight between 70 and 77 kgs. To find the percentage, multiply the probability which you will get here by 100. Okay, that's all. Multiply the probability by 100 to get the answer for the second one. Find the percentage. So do this problem as a practice. So here we have completed the normal distribution, and with this we have completed the syllabus. So thank you all.